Hello, crafty lovelies. Let's start crafting and make it till our eyes smile. That's what I like to say. I do hope you subscribe, and don't forget, click that bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Today's video is part of Craft My Stash collab. You can find the links to the host and to the playlist in the description box for some more inspiration. Now for this DIY, I'm going to be using one of these BB Craft canvas tote bags. I've had this in my stash for quite some time, but I do know that they still carry the same bag. I will leave the link in my description box for you if you are interested in this one. All I'm going to do is really easy. It's just going to cut the little straps off. And then I'm going to get that where it has kind of like already a seam, and I'm just going to add some hot glue on one side first, and I'm going to fold it inward. And I'm going to repeat that same process on the other side. Now I'm going to add some hot glue, and I put a generous amount, and evenly close the two sides together. And I leave a little space open so I can put some cotton in there. I like to save cotton from old throw pillows. I also like to save old, stuffed animals and things like that. And I just fill my little pillow thingies with that. And then I'm going to close it right up. I made sure before I closed it to get all the corners so it's nice and fluffy. Now I'm going to get some of my scrap lace that I have, and I got a piece of ribbon, and one's from the Dollar Tree and one is also from BB Craft. And I just put a dab of glue, pinch it right in the middle, and then I'm going to put some more on the other side. I like to use scrap lace. I save it and use it for these kind of projects. You never know when you need a little bit of the lace. Especially this one is really beautiful, right? So now I'm going to take this one bow and I'm going to just glue it right there on the top of that lace. So pretty. I add a little bit more glue and pinch it just so it kind of curves a little more. And now I'm going to get some of these Bumblebee pins. And again, these are from BB Craft. I will leave the links, what I'm using here, in the description box. But isn't that beautiful? It gives it some elegance, right? Oh, gorgeous. I didn't even glue the Bumblebee. I just put a pin on it. Just put the pin through the lace bow. And now I'm just going to hot glue that bow right there on the top in the corner. Oh, so pretty. We could even add little pearls right there in the little circles of some of those flowers. Just embellish these pillows to whatever your heart desires and makes your eyes smile. But isn't that stunning? Oh, I love it. Now for this DIY number 2, I'm going to be using this, I fell in love with it when I seen it. It's a welcome sign, and I got it from the 99-cent store. and it was $3.99. It already came with some greenery on it, and I thought that was really cute. And it had a little, like a burlap looking bow in the front, but I wanted to add some color to it. So again, I went in my stash to see what I had, and I love these ribbons. I bought them last year from the Dollar Tree, but you know what? I know they carry them still. It looks like a little honeycomb pattern on it. Really pretty ribbon. And I like to just glue in the center, crisscross, and then I fold over, and it makes this really cute bow. Perfect bow shape. And I just put a little bit of glue and glued it right on top of that burlap bow. And then again, one of these BB Craft Bumblebee brooches, I just put a generous amount of glue again and put it right in the center of the bows. And I think that is so pretty. It gave it more of a kind of a high-end, glammy, I don't know what you want to call it, but to me, it just looked very high-end and gorgeous with that bumblebee, right? Perfect amount of touch of bling. Now, these I've had since last year also. I do know Amazon carries them still because that is where I got them from. And I pulled them out of my stash, and oh my gosh, this was perfect, the finishing touch for this sign. All I did was got some hot glue and let it drip over, and I trimmed a little bit of it, and then I let it drip some more. And a great trick is get some spritz water, spritz it, and it dries so fast to get that perfect honey drip. So now I'm using these two acrylic paints that I get from the Dollar Tree that I also had in my stash. And I mixed them both together till I was happy with the color. My eyes were smiling and thought, this to me looks like honey. And I painted that glue drips. And it dries very quickly, so I was really happy about that. You can add a little bit of Mod Podge over once you're done painting and it dries, just so it seals that acrylic paint. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of glue right there on that M. And I put a little bit more just in the back, just to make sure it's nice and sturdy and stays. And check that out. Oh my goodness. I am in love with this sign. Oh, so beautiful. From this to this. And it wasn't very much, but it looks so high-end. Now for this DIY, I'm going to be using another little item I got from the 99-cent store. And I thought it was really cute. So I got it was just a ribbon I had left over from ribbon that I got from Amazon. And all I did was just put some glue right in the center. And then I put some more in the middle of that and pinched it. Once I pinched it, I put 2 more dabs of glue on each side and pinched it again. I'm going to use that same honeycomb ribbon. And again, crisscross. I put a little glue, crisscross it. And then I'm going to flip it over and put a little bit of glue there and close it up, and I get that perfect bow. So now I'm going to add some hot glue to the little chair, and I put that first bow we made right there in the center, and then I glue the little satin honeycomb ribbon right above that one in the center. Now these I got from Amazon, and they have little cute ladybugs and different sizes of bumblebees. I absolutely love that. And you can also find some of these at Dollar Tree. I love that they carry it now. And I just got one of the bumblebees and put them right in the center. Now you can paint the pot to this, but I wanted to leave it the way it was. And I got one of these little styrofoam balls that I had in my stash. You can tell it was in there. And I just glue it in that little terracotta pot. Now these flowers I got from the 99-cent store. But you can use any flowers you have in your stash. Just look what you have and just start using the things that you already have. And just, I mean, you can get a sign, a old terracotta pot, paint it, or put ribbon around it, Mod Podge it, and just get flowers that you already have, cut them, and put them in there. Make a new flower arrangement. It's so fun seeing what you have already and what we can do and make new with it. I don't know, I just love doing things like that. And I just cut little pieces and put them all over. And you can tell I play with my flower arrangements. I'm always moving them around, looking what I want, where I want to put them. And there's nothing wrong with that. You do it the way you want and what makes your eyes smile and your heart sing, because that's truly, truly what this is about. So pretty. And hey, we can't have spring flowers without little splashes of lavender. Oh, that pretty. It kind of has a high-end but a whimsical touch to it, doesn't it? Beautiful. Oh, my goodness. Is that not beautiful? So now I'm going to add it to my chair, put it back, and then now that it's there, I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to add one more of those yellow little flowers into the back in the pot. So when you put it on a table or anywhere, you can have it all the way around. Look at that. Oh, so cute. A bumblebee chair. That is adorable, right? My eyes are totally smiling, my crafty lovelies. From this to this. Yay! I love it. Now for this DIY, I'm going to be making a bumblebee wreath. I'm going to be using this nautical rope from the Dollar Tree. Depending how the size of wreath you have, if it's a 12, you use 4. And if it's a 14, I used 5 of the nautical bundles. We're going to begin by wrapping the end of the nautical rope around the first 2 bars from the inner circle wreath form. And we're just going to glue it together. See how we just pinched it, closed the 2 bars, and I just wrapped it around. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go underneath and then wrap it straight through. All we're going to be going in that same motion, in and out, in and out. So you're going to go underneath, over, underneath. Now we're going to go around and go underneath, pull it all the way through. See how it's over, underneath, and then now we are going to go over. And you just keep following along this process all the way through. Over, underneath, so see how we flipped it over? We're going underneath, now over, underneath, And then we're going to twirl it around again and just go over. And then we go underneath the middle bar. See how it just goes back and forth? That's all we're doing. It seems so complicated. This looks like it would be complicated, but trust me, it is not. Once you get going, you're like, oh my goodness, this isn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. And what it looks like in the when it's finished, the outcome of it is beautiful. And you could just sit and watch television and just go in and just underneath, over, just keep going along the whole thing. So once I was done, finished with one of the ropes, I'm going to show you. All I did was glue the end behind to where it stopped on the other rope end. And then I just keep continuing where I left off. Simple as that. So we're just going again, underneath, over, and you just keep continuing. When I cut it, you can cut your nautical rope and then you just glue it and tuck it in there. And then once I was done, I got little pieces of ribbon and glued it right over each of the ends of the nautical rope. I wanted to make sure that those were going to stay. So now I'm just getting one of these little soda pop bottles, plastic bottles, and I'm using it's a Pringles lid from a Pringles chips. You can use cardboard, poster board, whatever you have. And all I did was cut the top part off and cut the bottom. And I'm just going to glue it right to this Pringles lid. Now I place it in the center. And with this lid, it has a little bit of a lip, but that's okay because I'm going to use that lip for my advantage, okay? To my advantage, however you want to say that. But I'm going to get this nautical rope, and I'm going to add some glue on the outer side, and then I'm just going to start wrapping it right around. And I just go a little bit of glue, and then I put that nautical rope right around the edge, or the side of that lid. Careful for your fingers. Yep, it is hot. It got me that time. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glue to close it up together. And then I add some more. And now I'm just going to put it right there, some glue on top of that other nautical rope. And I'm just going to keep doing this whole process all the way up to the top of the bottle. Now that we're at the top, we're forming our little beehive. And I'm making it smaller and smaller till we get to the top. And I'm not closing it right away because I do want to add something inside to come out. So I'm going to use this. This was from my stash I had for it was from a sign that I got from the Dollar Tree that I removed. And I thought, why not reuse it? I thought it would look really cute if we painted the beads, but then I ended up changing my mind and thought, this would look really cute with that natural color. So I added the knot into the center and then I just glued it closed. And I'm using these cute, I got these buttons. It was assortment from Dollar Tree. I've had these forever. And I just thought, instead of painting the center, I'm going to add a button in there. And I just glued the button onto my little hive. And then I'm going to get a little bit of that nautical rope and wrap it all around that button. And I thought it gave it a really cute touch. And so I thought, let's make some honey coming out of our honeycomb. So I'm getting my glue gun and I'm just going to put some glue dripping out of there. And I put a little bit on the bottom of the button and on the, can you see on the bottom rim of where we put nautical rope? And I just filled it up and then I let it dry. And then I added a little bit more until, again, my eyes were smiling and my heart was singing. And what would a beehive be without little bumblebees buzzing around it, right? So I got some more of these cute little bumblebees. They're different sizes from Amazon. And I thought, I'm going to add these to my little hive. And I just put them in different little spots. I love that they're different sizes. So it kind of gives it like, I don't know, some character to the project. Look at this. Is that not cute? That is coming out so sweet. So now I'm going to be using these two colors of paint and I will leave that in my description box for you. And I get it from the Dollar Tree. And I mix them together. To me, it looked a little more honey-ish. I didn't want it real bright yellow. I don't know. I like to, when I make tea, I add honey, okay? And to me, the honey is dark. It's not bright yellow. So that's why I kind of wanted to mix these two colors together to kind of make it more of a honey look. Tell me what you think. It's cute, right? Totally up to you. If you want it bright yellow, hey, have at it. Go for it. So now it's time to add everything together. And I'm just like I'm telling you, look in your stash what you have. Let's challenge ourselves. Let's not go out and buy all these new things. Because I'm telling you, me as a DIYer, a crafter, I just pile on what I have, and then I'll go out, see something and buy it, and then, oh my goodness, I have just so much stuff. So that's what this is today. I hope I can inspire you to look in your stash and see what you have and make something beautiful out of it. Now, when I'm making a wreath, I like to look at it as I go along, and then I put the flowers before I glue them, place them, and of course, you just keep moving them around until you're happy with what you see. Again, your eyes need to be smiling when you are done with your projects. Oh, so I just keep adding little pieces of flowers for springtime and, I don't know, sunflowers, that yellow with that beautiful green and lavenders just scream spring to me. Now this ribbon I did get from Amazon also. I made another bee wreath about a little over a year, and I'll share that with you in case you want to see that. I'll have that link in my description box and a card right here. If you can click it, you can go see that one also. Well, I got this ribbon and I just cut them all to the same length. I did not measure. Yep, my bad. I never measure, bad habit, but just measure if you like. If not, then don't. Totally up to you. After I got them all cut, I folded them over just so I have a nice good center mark, see? And then I just cut a little bit on each side, not a lot, just a tiny bit. I pinch it in the center, see that? Oh, there I go with that, see that? Sorry about that. Sorry about that, see that? I squeeze it, pinch it, put that pipe cleaner, twist tightly. And all I'm gonna do is just twirl them apart now. And I love using ribbon that already has the wire to it because it makes it so much easier when you're twisting and turning and they stay a lot, you know. I don't know, to me they're a little bit more behaved, not unruly. So that's why I tend to use ribbon with wire. And now I'm just gonna cut all my tails in different, I don't know, I like it to be a little wild, a little different. I call them crazy bows, and each of them have a different cut to them. Some were slanted, ducktails, some were to a point. I don't know, I just think it's fun that way. So now I'm just going to glue the ribbon right to the wreath. You can use your Chanel wire, your whatever you're using, pipe cleaner, and add it to your wreath, but I just glue mine on. And then I start adjusting the tails to the way I want them to lay. Now these are buttons I got from the Dollar Tree, and I had them for quite some time. I love that they're different sizes and an assortment of different types of buttons, and I thought, it's gonna match that little beehive we made perfectly. So I just added them to the center of my bow. Always make sure that you put the glue on the outer side in the back, but on the outer side of the button, just not where the holes are. So then when you press down, the glue don't kind of seep out of that. You want it to stay behind the button. So here I'm going through the buttons and seeing, I have two. They're different, but they're the same size. So I wanted to kind of give it a different, I don't know, just to have like an assortment there. So this is the button I chose, and I thought it was cute. It was tinier. It had a little bit of the brown. I don't know, I just thought it was really fitting for the center of this bow. I also decided to add some cute little flowers to the top and bottom where the buttons are. And it kind of gives it that spring, summer feeling. And of course, I'm adjusting my tails. So now it's time to glue my beehive. And I'm just going to glue it right straight on to the wreath with a generous amount of the hot glue. I do put some felt on the bottom of the beehive. You can paint it or you can add some more rope on the bottom. It's to whatever suits you and what you want to do. So I also glue the sign to the frame, and I put some more glue behind that beehive straight on to the sign, just for some extra stability for that beehive. Now I'm covering the holes because it had little bead strings, and I'm putting little bumblebees on those holes, and that's going to hide those perfectly. I also add a little bumblebee to the center of the wreath on top of those buttons, and that ties it all in together. The sign came from 99-cent store, but you can find signs like these anywhere you like and add it to your wreath. But I am so excited about this wreath. I was loving it, and I made all these gifts for my daughter for her birthday because she is a queen bee and she loves Bumblebee theme items and decor. So I made these from my heart to my baby girl. And I am so excited, my crafty lovelies, because I was able to share my gifts of love to my daughter with you. Okay, my crafty lovelies, I hope you enjoyed what I shared with you today. Please give this video a big thumbs up. I so appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope you do so. And don't forget to click that bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you for watching and visiting me today. It was my pleasure crafting with you today, crafty lovelies. Hugs, kisses, and fairy dust wishes. Be kind to yourself and others. Stay blessed. I'll see you in my next video.